Well, Maccabee Revolt. That's a history one. We really will do that just because I know a decent amount about Maccabees, but because it's Apocrypha, I haven't studied it hardcore. So, actually, we're going to do this first. This just came out. This is the official trailer to the Daniel movie, the one that we're really, really excited about. Let's watch this first, and then we'll jump into the Nick Shirley video.
Daniel is my angel. He will help me. They will bow down to my statue as a show of loyalty and duty to their one true king.
Daniel, is this it?
It's only the beginning. We will put our faith to the test before the entire kingdom. Even for this magnificent image, we will not bend a knee.
We will never bend the knee.
Jeremiah.
Daniel, teach them how to pray. And do not be afraid.
I love him as an actor.
The words of God to watch over our people.
When you wake in a foreign land, it will speak to you.
Oh, you know who that is? Do you know who that is? Do you know who that is? I haven't watched this. It's Jesus, gents! That's the literal Son of God right there. Fiery furnace. Even Nebuchadnezzar said, looks like the Son of God. Oh, I am so excited about this. This might actually be a rated R movie. Did you see some of those scenes? Okay, so I think I actually understand. Let me link you guys the video. Throw it a like. Please subscribe to these guys. Like, everyone's excited about Next Chosen stuff, other items. I am excited about this. Okay, we will even comment. Why? Because I am so excited. Always this is just one of my favorite things. So let's just quick look here. Okay, first look at the statue. I would say that's probably pretty close to scale. And and I like how they have it covered, because the thing's going to be solid gold. So what we're probably talking about with this is we're going up to probably Daniel 1 to Daniel 3 would be the movie, I believe, or 4. No, Daniel 1 is the captivity, 2 is the... Because it would be End of Kings and Chronicles, 2 Kings and Chronicles, and then we'd be going into the beginning of Daniel, but we'd probably end at Fiery Furnace. We'd probably end at the Fiery Furnace. And hopefully they would do more movies. Hopefully this is just the first one, and we almost have like a trilogy of Daniel. Okay? So, now. So, Daniel, and my guess is, these would be 3 Hebrews, so Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego probably. Okay, this is going to be my problem. And I told you guys this will be my problem because it doesn't actually state anything that Daniel was there. We don't know. Daniel was not thrown into the fiery furnace. Now, I kind of like where he says this. I'm not sure I like angel because a Babylonian never would have used an angel. Remember, Nebuchadnezzar, these guys were named after their gods. Okay? They were named. His name is not Daniel. His name was changed to Belteshazzar. Okay? So I hope that he calls him by the right name. So far, I am so impressed. I love this man. There is no one better to play Nebi K. There is no one better. His face, his brutality, his voice, his well-spoken nature, all needed for one of the greatest rulers to walk the face of the earth. I am so excited about this. I have no idea who this chick is. I just really hope we don't have a relationship thing, because we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. There's a couple of very, very specific images here that they show. Hold on. Where is it? That's it. Alright, guys. Do you remember what I told you what happened to all the Hebrew men when they came into Babylon? It was a practice. It's what they did. It's what all the nations did. Okay? Why would you have a bunch of men come in and spread their seed amongst the population? Okay? Of course you wouldn't do that. But you want their intelligence. Okay? See, Asmund would really approve of this. Okay? Asmund would 100% approve of Nebuchadnezzar, because he castrated all the men. And he said, well, you're now going to work for me. And when I mean work, you're going to do this. Okay? And so, well, you see the fire? I know it's shitty. I know people don't like to talk about it. I know they don't want to say it, okay? Thank you to this show. I am so excited. I am so glad we played this. I don't know if that's Babylonian or not. It looks like Babylonian. But I don't know. I've only looked at a little bit of their, like, they have circular things, because I've looked at languages, but I am not a linguist. Okay, I love Babylon. I love Babylon itself, just like I love Rome. And so I've just done a lot of research as to the kings, the rulers, the falls, and everything, how it played out. I like the ties to Jeremiah. This would be inside Jerusalem. I'm glad. First off, they had besieged the city. Okay, everyone was starving and eating each other inside. Like, it was a shitty thing. I mean, this was a horrible fucking thing. Okay? And then they come in, and they slaughtered them. Okay? And yeah, he would have rode in like that. Well, Zedekiah. We know who the hell that is. Okay? See, the problem is in the Christian world is that they look at the Old Testament and they say, well, we have the New Testament, so it had to be like that. No. Oh, no. That dude... Okay, first off, he kind of got what he deserved. He really did. I hate to say that, because he had a really, really bad end. But he promised in the name of Hashem. Okay? He promised in the name of Hashem that he would follow and have an alliance with Babylon. And then he went to the Egyptians. He went to Shishak behind his back and said, hey, help me take these guys down. Okay, so he literally promised in the name of the Lord. Okay? And then guess what? Yep. Now, there were 2 attacks. And so I don't know, like, if they're just going to combine them, if we're going to do the 2. I'll have to go back through exactly Kings and Chronicles to get the exact timeline, because, like, if you have gone through the prophets, like all the prophets, and you have gone through Kings and Chronicles, you just know that, like, there is so much information, it's nearly impossible. I'm sorry, it's nearly impossible to memorize, because you have all these dates, and you have all these kings, and we jump back and forth, and you have a king for, say, so many years here on one side, you have a king for so many years on this side. So if I do get confused with that, my bad. Because I think it wasn't... Was it Manasseh who went first? There were 2 kings, but I could have swore Zedekiah was the ending one. Yep. Yep. That's what it was like. They had to go into captivity. Jeremiah. A scroll. Probably Nebuchadnezzar. But see, here's the thing. And this is, I hope they do this right, because Nebuchadnezzar liked Jeremiah. Actually, you know who this is? That's probably Zedekiah. That's probably Zedekiah, because he was brought into Zedekiah more than once. That better be the right king. I'm just gonna run with it. I'm 90-something% sure that's the right king, but I've got kings like Yehu. You know, you don't remember sometimes. I like that they have camels. I like the desert. I love the scenery. Well. Do you know what happens to him? I'll tell you what happens to him. Spoiler alert, gents. Okay? He literally watches his children be killed in front of him. And then Nebuchadnezzar puts out his eyes. He does. He does. There's a reason why he was the leader of the world. He is a brutal son of a bitch. This is one of the greatest tacticians to ever walk the face of the earth. Okay? And people say Alexander. No. The Lord stated, head of gold. Okay? That Babylon was the greatest nation. Okay? If he were in Iron Age, like true, like post-Iron Age, like Rome, and he had their technology, 100%. 100%. Okay? Remember, Babylon didn't fall during his reign. Okay? It didn't. It took 4 other shitty kings for that nation to fall. I love it. And if it's Jonathan Rumi, if it is Jonathan Rumi, please, it has his build. You can't say that ain't. I've watched a lot of Chosen. You can't state that ain't a possibility. I don't know. I haven't looked up the cast. You can't state it's not. It would be so epic if he did. So epic. Beyond epic. Unfathomably based if they bring in Jonathan Rumi. Incredible. I hope it is playing in theaters around me. I am in the South, though. And they like their Protestant churches here. They like their Christian stuff. So I'll probably get to go see it in theaters, because I'm definitely watching this. And we're doing stream. We'll talk about it. I don't do that the same way with like other, because I don't do just like I'm not like Chosen Sleuth. This isn't just my job to do this. It's like all things Bible, and I cut back to shows like this. That way you guys know what's accurate and what's not. Okay? I'm doing this for you. Okay? If I were doing it for me, I wouldn't be on stream. I'm just looking. I said look. Okay. Nothing. I think I did. Yep, I threw it. Please, like I said, give this video a like. Like it. Follow these guys. I want, if they could do three movies, okay, a trilogy, I can see their logic. Okay, Fiery Furnace, and then we basically have end of Nebuchadnezzar's reign, where he goes crazy and everything. And then we basically have like Belshazzar. We go into Darius, Lion's Den for that, and then prophecies, because we gotta have the prophecies. Okay. And I don't even care if they explain the prophecies. Yeah, I don't care, because prophecies are tricky creatures, so I don't care. Okay, except for the 70-week one. Okay, that one's pretty damn clear. But prophecies can be very tricky, so I don't necessarily care if they explain it. Watching an AI create the abomination of desolation and show all these visions would be pretty epic. We don't have to do CGI. The AIs can just create it. One of these days I will play with that. I will. Alright.